Judge your grudge! Judge your grudge! Zero and Amy are judging your grudge.
Well, it's not irregular for Amy Kaye to put the hammer down, but today she's putting the gavel down. You got the robe on. You ready to judge some grudges, Amy Kaye?
Yeah, I got the robe on. I have everything I need. Let's do it.
All right, judge this grudge, Amy Kaye. Is this petty or a valid grudge? For 4 years now, our neighbors have lived next door to us, and they have way more trees than we do, but for some reason, they refuse to ever rake their yard. It blows into mine, and I got tired of it, so this is the 4th year that I've gone, and I've just raked both our yards and bagged everything, put it at the curb, and taken care of the mess. They've never said thank you or acknowledged I've done it once. Is it valid that I hate them?
Wait, so you're just taking care of your yard?
He's going over and raking their yard, too.
Okay. Well, no one's asking you to do that. You just take care of your yard. That's the way the world works, okay? There's wind. It's going to move leaves. And we learned earlier, the best thing to do, leave them. That's what nature wants. And that's what your neighbor is doing. So your grudge is invalid because you're doing extra work no one's asked you to do.
Well, and it is kind of a trend, right? That's what we were talking about, where people are just letting wilderness take care, run its course or whatever. What if they were actively trying to do that, and you're the weirdo that's going through their yard on their property?
At you.
That's why they've not said thank you. They're like, why is this person in our yard raking our leaves?
We're trying to make homes for the animals to live in our leaves, and he keeps coming and raking it away.
Now, let's be honest, they're probably just lazy and like, wow, that's nice. Our leaves keep disappearing.
I think it's weird that you're going into their yard and cleaning it up. I get cleaning up your yard. Yeah, that's your own yard. Yes, it's frustrating, not your leaves coming from a different tree, but that's going to happen. It's going to blow. Just focus on your yard.
This is another neighborhood grudge for you to judge, Judge Amy Kaye. I am very upset because for the past year and a half, we've had people in our neighborhood that have 4 dogs, and these dogs are constantly outside barking day and night. I feel like us and other people in the neighborhood have called in and tried to do things about it, and it's quiet for an hour or two, and then it starts up again. We all hate these people, and they don't seem willing to change, and I don't know why they're just allowed to have their dogs barking all the time. I despise them. Is this a valid grudge, Judge Amy Kaye?
So valid, 100%. I feel so bad for those dogs constantly barking, wanting to get back in. That hurts my heart. Keep calling whoever you're calling every time they're out there barking. Just keep reporting them. They need to get in trouble and they need to take care of their pets.
There's a difference between like dogs being dogs and like, listen, it's been hours and you have 4 dogs outside. And pretty soon it's going to be so cold outside.
It's already cold.
Let those poor pooches inside. Last one today. Now, this is a very strange one, but actually speaks to, you remember a couple of years ago when you had the same costume as somebody at a Halloween event we had? You were really mad.
Don't say I had the same costume. This person knew what I was going to be because I had to borrow a costume from someone at work to put this together. So she saw the base of my costume and then she decided to be the same thing as my base costume. No, it wasn't the same person, but we had the same costume.
She was Dorothy and you were Wendy from Wendy's.
Correct.
Which you probably never really thought about it before, but the only thing that differentiates these two people is that one has red hair and likes hamburgers.
Exactly.
The other one has a dog in a picnic basket.
And red shoes, ruby red slippers.
All right, curious what you think of this because it kind of is oddly similar.
Okay, let's hear.
I'm curious what Judge Amy Kaye thinks of this issue I'm having with a coworker.
Oh, she works with you too?
Every single year we have a work Halloween event about a week before Halloween, and for the 4th year she has bleeped me over, and I don't know what sort of game she's playing with me. I've never directly told her what I'm going to dress as, but she finds out through other people, mutual friends we have, and then she comes as the sluttier version of my costume. I am a married woman and a mother, so I dress fairly appropriately for these events, but then she shows up as the slutified sexual version of whatever I'm going to be. This is the 4th year that this has happened. Is it valid that I think this is just infuriating and I'm starting to hate this woman?
Okay, one, yes, it is so valid. Hate away. But at the same time, learn your lesson and stop sharing your costume with people.
That's accurate, yeah.
Or you know what you should do? Start telling people a fake costume, and then she's going to go as a slutty version of that, and then you'll just come in whatever you're wearing. Haha, then you got her. Just stop sharing it. But yes, 100%. I'm mad for you.
What would be like the most challenging thing? Let's say this is a game, because that's 4 times in a row. That's weird.
Yeah.
What would be the most challenging thing for her to learn you're going to be to try to make sexual, do you think?
I don't know, like an animal, a cow.
Like, I'm going to be a
pig.
poop emoji, and she comes as like a sexy poop
Ew,
emoji.
I couldn't even imagine. But you could just tell her anything. It doesn't need to be anything that needs to be hard for her to make slutty, but she just then won't be the same thing as you. And then you come as whatever you actually want to be.
Like, the first time, that's a weird coincidence. The second time, you're like, that seems intentional. The fact that it's happened 4 times now, this person clearly has an issue with you.
Yeah, and why are you sharing your costume for the past 4 years? Keep it to yourself.
Cha-cha Grudge! Cha-cha Grudge! Zero and Amy are judging your grudge.